This is the other pears. How those taste? Eat it all.
Got done squirrel hunting, me and Papa. He got one and I got one. Look how nasty that one is.
So now what are you going to do with them?
Clean them. Cleaning off the squirrel meat because there's a little bit of hair on it, and I'm trying to figure out which one was the one I shot so I can get any buckshot that's still in there out. So I hit him and then...
Daddy?
What's that?
I don't know.
Ew! What is it?
Blood.
I don't like it.
What's your problem?
I don't like blood.
Tastes yummy.
I'll spit it out. Ew.
Okay, Mom's gone on her trip. And you guys missing Mom yet?
Yeah.
She FaceTimed with us earlier today. We got to talk to her. What are you doing here, big kid?
Vacuuming.
Vacuuming?
Yeah.
You do chores around this house? So
What should I do with this, Mary Beth?
you're vacuuming you're vacuuming the stairs, are you?
Yeah.
Okay. What are you doing, big kid?
Taking this off.
Yeah.
They're using it for a race earlier with Julia in the dump truck.
Yeah. William has raced all the children around in the dump truck. Here's the dump truck right here. Let's see what this big kid's doing. What are you doing, big kid?
Trying to untie this so I can go put it away.
What are you doing?
Trying to untie this so I can go put this away.
Who tied those knots? Virginia. Sure reminds me of you when you were little. You tied knots on everything.
I know, wasn't it cool?
The knot tyingest. If she found something, she just tied knots and knots and knots and knots.
Fun.
Alright, so here's what I'm going to get myself into today.
And I'm helping.
And she's helping. So, we picked some pears. So I've got a bushel basket and this probably about 2 bushels of pears there.
There we have more on the pear tree.
A few more on the pear tree.
Yeah, we'll climb the pear.
Yep. So the peels and that, they don't look the prettiest, but man, they are so juicy and they're just starting to soften a little. Still really firm. So I'm going to can some pears today. Yes, that's right. Farm Dad is going to can some pears. So let me bring you along. So I've got my little saucepan here. I'm about to take my wide mouth lids. I'm going to place those in the pan. We want to just soften, or well, we want to heat the lids up, but they don't need to get to a boil. I'm just trying to, as we can see, they come from a package. They're clean. And, hold on. They're, what?
Have you ever done this before?
No, I've never done this before, but I read something a little while ago, so I'm going to act like I know exactly what I'm doing. So I've got to soften the seal on the lids. Just get a lid out. There we go. So we're just going to soften this. So I'll heat those when we get a little bit closer. I already have our water bath, but we don't have to pressure cook these, or not pressure canning them. We're just going to, I think it's called a hot water bath is a technical term. So this is on, let the steam out. So as you can see here, I have 2, 4, 6, 7 quart jars, wide mouth. So what I'm understanding, I'm sterilizing my jars right now. So they're going to come up to a full boil, and we'll let those boil for 10, 15 minutes, 10 minutes I think it is, and then they're sterilized. I just got finished well, with some other dishes. As you can see here, I've got some other jars already cleaned. I just got finished washing them. And I understand you can also do that by running them through a sterilizing feature on the dishwasher, but the dishwasher was already full and running, so we'll do that. I've got my lid lifter that's magnetic, so we can bring this over here. So once these are in the water and they're hot, I can use this, lift it, and sit it on top of the jar. So that's my lid lifter with magnet. This little tool here is used to measure, get focused in here, there's some measurements, the head space on the jar. So we want to fill the jars and fill them with water to a 1/2 inch head space, and this helps me see 1/2 inch. This cool tool right here is so that I can reach down here and get those jars out without burning myself in scalding water. And so what we got to do is I need to wash these pears, peel them, core them, remove any soft spots, any bruises, place them in a bath of water and lemon juice so that I can keep the discolorization from going. And this recipe that I'm following, I found on the Prairie Homestead's site, a friend of ours, Jill Winger, and I'm going to use her recipe for a no sugar added pear canning. And her says she leaves the peels on, and by the picture she had much prettier pears. We have these of our own, and they are just ugly. Great tasting, but the pear is just not pretty, and I don't think that's going to look very good in the canned pears to eat later this winter. So that's a quick tutorial. All right, I've got my first batch of apples washed.
Not apples, pears.
What?
Pears.
Got my first batch of pears washed. Now to find us a...
This is a bad one.
No, it's just got a bad spot. So I'm going to use my Pampered Chef core slicer. Here you go.
And it's an apple slicer.
Apple slicer for pears. Here's a little peeler.
We use this for carrots.
Yeah, we're going to use it for pears today. We need a bowl. We'll use some stainless steel bowl. There you go.
How come 2 bowls?
Wanted to give them a bath.
A bath?
Yep. We're going to use cold water. Yep. Here, video for a minute. You video.
A video in the sink.
All right, here. Show them what I'm doing. Not so close to me. Okay, so we're going to put in we're putting in lemon juice. Lemon essential oil.
I like to smell lemon.
Yep. I got distracted and put about 7 drops in there and only needed 2. Let's try to stay focused here. Okay, so now, little girl, what are we going to do? Peel the pears.
Peel the pears.
So we'll go to the table and peel the pears. All right, so we got Catherine will peel some. Not towards you, away from you.
This?
Yep.
You said you would.
Nope. There you go. There you go.
I can't.
You can. Just take your time.
It's not peeling.
Yeah, keep working
I
at
need
it.
it this way.
Okay, by the sound of things, I think we have a boil going. Let's take a look. Always lift from the front. Yeah. Got our jars boiling away. Sterilizing. So, that's going good. How are you doing, little kid?
Good.
You been helping? Let's go see where we're at on the process here.
There's a lot in there.
What?
There's a lot in there.
Oh, yeah. And keeping our color, they're not turning
Like
super
that?
brown. A little spot. Pull that one out, we'll cut it off. So,
This one.
yeah, she's doing a good job watching. I've peeled about half of what I washed. And I'm hoping that's
Dad,
enough to
there's
fill
a
up those
whole
jars.
one down there.
What?
There's a whole one down there.
Oh, no. Yeah. So,
Why did you drop it?
yeah.
Why?
On accident. So we're keeping none of these peeled. This is a clean trash bag. There's nothing else in it. When I get done, I'll take it out to the compost pile. It's just the easiest way to sit here in this chair and peel with my trusty helper. What do you got to say?
There's more than a lot. That one has a bad spot.
She is the police on making sure we don't miss a Brad spot. So, here we go.
Yep, I can see it.
Phew, that one was tough and big. Don't play. Okay, looks like our first batch is about done. They've been boiling for 35 minutes. This is our water bath timer. Let's turn our temperature down. I'll leave a little heat on it. And let's get them out of here. Got my handy dandy little deals here. Ooh, those are pretty. So there's our finished product. Looks good. So what we got to do now, I have them elevated. You can see an airspace underneath. Let them cool off quicker. And a towel underneath to catch the moisture. So we're going to wait for that happy pop. So these seals, once they cool, it should pop. Uh-oh, oh, no, that's water. They should pop and let us know that they're sealed. So I've got my next set of lids warming. I've got my boiling water for filling. So we stuff the pears in the jars about up to the neck here. Fill it the rest of the way with water, a ½ an inch from the top for our headspace. And they go in this bath. So now's the time to refill this pot with jars to sterilize. I'm cheating. I'm not using two different pots for this job. Trying not to get burned here. Yeah, mama. Yes, I know I shouldn't do it that way. Candy. Okay, what are you doing? Tell them.
I'm playing with blocks.
She's playing with these color sticks. It's some type of game. I've not played this game before. They've been having a camp out here in the living room by the piano.
Geometry.
Geometry? And what grade are you in?
8th.
8th grade. You know, I didn't do geometry until I was a sophomore in high school. So you've already had pre-algebra, algebra, now geometry?
Mm-hmm.
You've not had algebra 2.
No, I'm taking that next year.
Taking that next year. And then what are you going to take?
Huh?
Calculus and all those others?
Yep.
Brainchild. Let's see how her penmanship is here.
There's some I gotta ask my teacher about. They confusing me.
Well, I'd help you, but that looks like a foreign language, I'm gonna be honest with you. Let's see, how old are you when you're a sophomore? Let's see, I graduated in 93. Sophomore makes it 91. I was born in 74. I'm doing math. See how this is? Mm-hmm. So 74 to 91 is how many years old? Don't use your calculator.
74 to 91 would be
91 minus 74. Forget the 19, just do 91 minus 74. I love doing math on the spot. 17. But I was actually 16 during part of that year. And yeah, 74. So as you can see, that's been like 20 some years ago. So I need to get these jars completely submerged. So we're going to turn that down. It's starting to boil. Those really don't need to boil. Warm this water up here. So she got a holder here for her rings, and she just used a piece of, hang it up here, piece of grass string. So we're going to get a few off. Great cinematography here. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Alright, so we get a few off. Hang that back up. I didn't do this a little while ago. And I had to go back and sterilize these lids. I don't know that you have to do this, but I didn't have anybody I could consult as to whether I have to sterilize this lid. So why not be safe than sorry? So anyway, clanging and banging. Jars are pretty hot. So we'll let them cool. I'm pretty proud. Back to my station here. You can see I'm still in the middle of cleaning. Whoa, is that how you play that game?
No.
To make a matching road?
No, I just did it.
Never played this game before.
Purples.
Alright, tell everybody bye.
But I did a lot.
Alright, so batch 2 about ready to come out or be loaded. Jars are sterilized. And looky here. I've pressed a couple people into service. Get it turned around here. Oh, little B and Pawpaw's now helping us peel. You guys having fun? Isn't it fun? Yeah. Not. Alright, so before these start turning brown, let's go get them loaded up. Batch number 2. That's 2, 4, 6, 7, 14 quarts of pears. And I'm going to say we're probably half-ish done. And this brings it to a conclusion. Our night of our day of canning pears. As you can see, everything's cleaned up, put away. Over here is the fruits of our labor. "21 quarts of pears." Look at the wonderful color of those things. Like soldiers lined up. I like that. Well, my first opportunity to ever can anything, with some help from my parents later in the evening. Lots of help from the kids. We've accomplished, and I can't wait to get to eat these later this fall, winter, spring. We'll see how long they last with 7 little kids and 2 adults. You guys have a great evening. Pear canning 2017 is now complete.